On today's Technobabble, turning a live stream into an online campus.
This is Technobabble, your weekly source for church video and graphics news, perspectives, tips, and tricks. And now here's your host, Paul Clifford.
Hi, and welcome again to another episode of Technobabble. This is the show where every week we talk about using video and graphic design in the church. My name is Paul Allen Clifford. I'm your host. I'd love for you to join the conversation, by the way. So leave a comment right below the video if you're watching the video. If you're listening to the audio, don't feel like a second-class citizen. Just drop me a line, paul@trinitydigitalmedia.com, Paul Allen Cliff on Twitter, PaulAlanclif, or what have you. You can also head over to trinitydigitalmedia.com/contact. You'll find all that information there. So you may have heard of live streaming, and you may notice that some churches refer to it as an online campus. Now, I think that that's a misnomer. I think that there are a lot of churches that say, oh yeah, we've got an online campus, and what they really mean is we've got a live stream. We have a group of people that show up and watch live video from our church, but it's in no way church. It's no more interactive than a television show or a broadcast of the video or even a radio show. No, that's not an online campus. So let me start out there and say that what I'm talking about when I say online campus is I'm talking about an actual location online where it feels like people are actually going to church, not just watching the service. So what are some hallmarks of having an actual online campus as opposed to having a live stream that you just relabel an online campus? Well, first off, I think I think that a dedicated pastor is absolutely essential. Having someone that looks out for the spiritual care of the people on the online campus is probably one of the things that separates it from being just a live stream. And so that's one thing that I would absolutely suggest is that you don't call it an online campus if you don't have a pastor dedicated to it. Secondly, having unique events. So just live streaming what's going on down the street, that's not an online campus. But what if you have special Q&As for the people that are online? What if you have an online small group just for those people? You see how that's better? There you can foster community. And I think that's another thing is community. So you need to have a way for people to interact. Otherwise, they can't really build a community. You don't know who else is there if all you get is a one-way broadcast and there's no way to interact, there's no way to ask questions, there's no way to get to know each other. So that's maybe something else. Finally, I think that life transformation is really huge as well. A life transformation is the idea that people leave different than they arrived. Now, a lot of in-person churches don't have this, quite frankly. And I'm sorry if you go to a church like that. That's not the way that it's designed to be. What's ironic is some churches claim that they're all about life transformation, but that's kind of a cop-out for not actually doing any life transformation and just working on the people that are there already. And they kind of languish as well. You know, they'll be in a Bible study that is historic but not transformational. They'll be involved in clubs where they really have community, but it's not transformational. That is a bad thing, and that's what we want to avoid. Now, I'm not saying this is easy, by the way. Having an online campus is very difficult because of the limitations of not meeting together in person. Being able to see someone's face, to read the emotion in it, is just unparalleled. Now, maybe you can get around that by having your online life groups, small groups, community groups, whatever you call them. Maybe you can get by that by having something like Google Hangouts where everyone is on camera. Maybe part of it is you're able to send out webcams for computers that don't have them, although those are fewer and far between these days than they have been in the past. But you want to foster that sense of spiritual transformation, of this is actually my church, of we're in a community together and lives and eternities are changing. And I think that's what turns a live stream into an online campus. If you like this content, don't hesitate to subscribe to my email newsletter. That's located at trinitydigitalmedia.com/gifts, GIFTS. And there you can pick out a free gift and get my free email newsletter. So I'd love for you to join me. Until next time, this is Paul Allen Clifford with trinitydigitalmedia.com.